that is very hot.
Hey guys, it's Josh and Heath here with East Tennessee Tactical Arms. Today we're going to be doing a video on the Sig Spear LT. It's got the Banish 30 on it. We're doing the 300 blackout version. It's got a red dot flashlight on it. We're going to see how we like it. Josh just picked it up about 2 months ago, I guess.
I'd say about 2 months,
and hadn't shot it yet, so we're going to see what we think about it.
So as far as the MCX lineup goes, which I'm sure if you're looking into purchasing one of these rifles, you will probably already pretty familiar with the MCX lineup. This is basically the third generation. The first generation, I think, was just the MCX, not sure what they called it. And the second was the Virtus. And then you've got the Spear LT, which is now the third generation of the MCX lineup. I've never personally had a Virtus, so as far as comparing those two, can't really do that. I have heard the Virtus is a little bit heavier on the front end. They've changed the handguard some, and they've also added in the here where you can release your bolt from out there instead of having to do it over here. So it's more very ambidextrous controls for your safety. So they came out with the Sig Spear, which is in 308, and the Spear LT is like the light version. They've got these chambered in 5.56. We've got one of those as well. This one's the 300 Blackout, the 9-inch barrel, and there's also a 7.62 by 39. We do not have one of those. Probably will not be getting one of those, but those are pretty cool to check out as well if you're wanting like more of like an AR platform chambered in that caliber with like an AK caliber. Pretty neat. But as Heath was saying, we're going to run a Banish 30 from Silencer Central on this one. We have got a EOTech XPS3, and we have got a Streamlight HLX with a light bar mount and just some backup Magpul iron sights and a BCM that I've actually chopped off.
It is so gassy.
Yes, very gassy.
My eyes are watering from that.
You can feel it come back and just hit you in the face. Yeah. Like a bug just flew in my mouth. You see that?
I did.
But I'm not sure how these would be with like one of the what's those
gas
suppressors?
charging hand.
Maybe one of those. Maybe the charging handle like the Radeon with the gas force. But I know there's what's that? The flow through gas suppressor.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little better, but
with the vented top on it.
Yeah. And this optic isn't dialed in. What was you shooting at up there?
I was going for the top one on the left-hand side.
Wow.
Number 1.
Yeah, okay, so that ain't too bad.
Yeah.
I was aiming for the center
mass.
And I was to the left. Put a few more shots down range. Alright, so we adjusted on the gas setting up there and turned it down to less gas. Maybe see how the gas is now.
Also adjusted the sight a little bit. We were shooting a good bit to the left. Second shot was dead center.
It did help the gas a little bit. I really like it. Another thing, if you're not familiar with these, the Spear LT as opposed to the Virtus, I know we talked about the bolt release right here, which is nice. Also, one of the other things, as I mentioned, the handguard is a little lighter on these. It's not as heavy, so you don't have as much front end heaviness going on. Also, one of the big improvements that a lot of people are happy about is the trigger. With the Virtus, you had to use the SIG specified triggers, the only ones that would fit. You couldn't just throw in an AR trigger.
Anything.
Right. in these you can throw in a 10mm trigger. Any kind of AR-15 trigger should go into these.
That's super nice.
Yeah, they are compatible, so that's really nice. Other than that, I mean, it's a piston gun, like we said. Do I think that if you are currently running an AR-15, do I think you need to go out and spend that extra money to have a piston gun? No, I don't. It's really cool. It shoots really nice, and you can fold the stock or your brace or whatever and shoot it like that with it folded, or
makes
unfolded.
it a little nicer for a backpack or
right.
Truck gun or something like
exactly.
that.
But as far as if you've got a good AR, like a BCM or whatever, that you've got set up, I don't think you need to go out and spend the $2,500 for a Spear LT, not unless you just really like them. Like I thought it was a really cool gun. I just feel like I need to pick one up, and like I said, I ended up getting the 5.56, which is the 11.5-inch model. But we'll do a review on that later on. Heath, you got anything you want to say about it?
I like it. I know it's really gassy. That's about the only complaint I got about it.
The gassy girl.
And I'm not really sure if it's coming out of the charging handle or if it's coming out of the ejection port there.
It's coming out everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty. You can see how much gas has been shooting out of that port there.
Which we actually had a bullet here that had a lot of gas on it for where it was down the chamber, or in the magazine in the chamber. But yeah, it's gassy, and there may be quite a bit of, there might be some stuff you could do to try and knock that gas down. Like I said, that we haven't.
New charging handle.
Yeah,
the gas stop or charging handles.
Yeah, the Radian,
yeah.
Raptor with the slotted, vented, whatever charging handle, that might help a little bit. But I've also heard that the piston guns are pretty gassy when it comes to being suppressed, but I don't know. It's fun, and we'll do some more shooting with it for sure, and try to do some more run and gun a little bit. And as a matter of fact, we're looking at doing a PCSL match here in East Tennessee, West Virginia, and if we do that, this will probably be one of the guns I'll run in that, or a BCM 14.5, but probably play with this a little bit during the 2-gun match, see how that goes, if it don't gas me out.
We'll probably run my real cheap Palmetto State Armory. My cheapest build I think we got was, what, $240 or something.
Back when you had built a gun really cheap.
Yeah.
But that's actually starting to get a little bit better now. Not as bad, not as good as it was. It probably never will get to that point. But like I said, we've also got a Spear LT 5.56 we'll do a review on soon, and as well as should have a Banish 22 and a Banish 45. I'd like to do a video with the Banish 45 suppressor on the KP9 from Kalashnikov, and try to do a 3-in-1 video on that, where we'll run the KP9 suppressed with the Banish 45, and we may swap that Banish 45 over to an MP5. Thank you all for continuing your support, subscribing. Please, if you haven't, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like and drop a comment. Yeah, that helps us a lot.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And there was a cow wandering. It's up there, so we can't shoot anymore.